guys, and welcome back to another Remembering Forgotten Memories video. So, this one is basically at the request of my nephew during my last live stream. I don't even remember how the hell the topic came up, but basically it, turned into outing myself for different ways that I vandalized my old bedroom in our old house over the years, and I realized there's actually, probably quite a bit more to this than just what I outed in that live stream, and not everyone watches the live streams, because they're like a gazillion hours long, so just taking, highlights here. I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I definitely had more of these than I initially thought. So, if we go way back to when I was really tiny, like apparently still a baby, do not even consciously remember this one, but my mom never ever stopped giving me grief over it for fucking forever. Apparently at some point in time, as a baby, on my changing table station, I must have been like between baby and toddler, because I apparently was big enough to get up to the thing somehow. But, there was a canister of baby powder there. As you do on a baby changing table station. And somehow I got my little bitch ass up there. Don't ask me how. Again, I don't consciously remember doing that thing. Well, I say that, but I feel like I have like the shortest, tiniest little blip of doing the thing, actually. So maybe I do a teeny tiny bit. I told you, my memory is not like normal people memories. Most people's like tops out at about 4 years old and you can't go before that. I can go almost all the way back. Not like consistently, but I have weird little blips that are definitely younger than that. But anyway, I don't know if that's an autistic thing. I don't know, but regardless, I somehow got my ass up there. And I apparently figured out how to open the thing, not take the whole thing off. No. I apparently figured out how to just turn the thing to open it. And figured out that if you squeeze the sides, it makes clouds in the air happen. And this is where I feel like I have the brief blip of it, because I swear I remember having it in my hands and going and watching the clouds happen. Again, it's like a almost split-second memory up here of doing it. Like, I could even tell you the direction in which I was sitting in this room doing it. I'm like, that's bizarre. I shouldn't be able to remember that far back, but I do, apparently. Anyway, so apparently I started getting more excited over this. And started squeezing it harder and faster, according to my mom. And next thing anybody knew, my pastel yellow bedroom was as white as John Lennon's apartment. This is what happens when you leave a child that little unsupervised, apparently. And she walks in and apparently flipped the fuck out. Confiscated the freaking baby powder. I apparently never saw it again. And she said the cleanup from that was just the shittiest thing ever. Because you can't vacuum it, because it just recirculates it back into the air through the vacuum, as she found out the hard way. You try to get it wet, now it just clumps up, and is smearing it around. I have no idea how she ended up getting it all out of everything, but apparently this took her like a week to clean everything. Yeah. Oops. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. The fact that she ever allowed me any kind of set of any kind with talcum powder in it after that is kind of a wonder, but every single time she did, she made a point of, don't you fucking dare dump that everywhere. You're dead if you do. I'm like, yeah, I've heard, you can stop. I'm not doing it anymore, I'm not gonna do that, probably, but, anyway, you know, except for when I did, but, no, I didn't cover the room again, but, definitely had at least one incident with the, Tinkerbell talcum powder dumping all over the floor. That was fun. I did have to help clean that one, but, in hindsight, knowing what we know now about talcum powder, it's like, Holy shit, I'm probably gonna get cancer from this shit from all that I've inhaled over the years. Cool, cool. Love that for me, right? Fuck. But anyway, we didn't know. We did the best we could with the information we had at the time. Nobody knew back then the talcum powder was bad, okay? So we know better these days, but back then, no one knew. So anyway, yeah, if that ever happens, it'll be no shock to anybody why I got it. But regardless, anywho, so there was that time. I wish I could say that were the only time, but it wasn't. Also very, very little. I apparently at one point decided to redecorate the front of my dresser drawers. I was probably all of 2 or 3 for that one. And apparently took my entire collection of stickers, scratch and stick stickers, sticky, puffer stickers, the puffy stickers, ones with googly eyes, every sticker you can think of that I owned in my possession, got slapped all over those dresser drawers. And again, my mom was pissed. She, firsthand, had been the one to sand those down and repaint it before I was born. So seeing me just deface it, oh god, she was not happy. It was a very, very, very long time before I got stickers again after that, mind you. And for a long time, she was the one that kept them in her possession until I was probably in, like, 3rd grade. She, like, did not let me, because she did not trust me with them, which was probably a smart call, because I probably would have done it again. Like, deadass, probably would have done it again. Which is not good, but yeah, I apparently redecorated the front of the dresser with stickers, and there was, like, in the little divider spaces between the drawers, there was, like, these wood panels in different colors that you could take out and flip around and make them different colors. I don't know. She had them on yellow because it matched my walls. I didn't ask for yellow, but she didn't know if she was having a girl or a boy, so she went with yellow for my room. But regardless, I figured out there was more colors in there, so I put it on a different color and tried to tried to put them back in there. Badly. Broke some of them. In different colors. I apparently wanted a rainbow dresser, which not much has changed. I still want a rainbow dresser, but anyway, she was not happy. All those stickers got peeled off. She had to repaint the whole thing. I got screamed at. I lost my whole sticker collection. It was a bad day. It was a bad day. In hindsight, it's like, why didn't you just let me keep them on there? It's a little kid's room. Every kid does that. Fuck. My mom was known to overreact to everything, by the way, in case we have not established on this channel. But anyway, so there was that time. There was any number of times with the crayons on the closet door, on the bedroom door, on the walls, on my parents' bedroom door, on the front door, pretty much on anywhere that was from about halfway down to the floor that I could actually reach, apparently was fair game in my little kid brain, despite how many times, over and over and over and over and over, she was like, we do not draw on walls. And apparently that in my little kid brain translated into, so we don't draw on walls while she's looking. So as soon as her back is turned, do it again, is how this translated in my brain. How I survived to adulthood is a wonder, because by all accounts, she probably should have killed me. She had no problem telling me, I understand why in nature animals eat their young. It's just like, yeah, yeah, I understand. I understand. 100%. Yep. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. Came back to bite me later, though, because after I had long outgrown that phase, my sister started doing it, and getting it blamed on me, because I'm the one who had the history of it, even though it was her doing it. And this did not stop in childhood. there used to be beef between the two of us, so she definitely at one point vandalized the entire closet door, writing rude and just alarming things all the frick over it that sounded like things I'd come up with, and then blamed me. However, although I was initially in trouble for that, I point out, hey, you realize that's her trying to make it look like my handwriting, and it's still better than my handwriting on a good day, so you know that's not my writing, right? Right? Like, I can't make mine look like that, no matter what I do. My handwriting's not that good. My hand-eye coordination is shit. That's not what my writing looks like. And they looked at it again and... ah, shit, you're right. Oh my god, she did that? Yes! That's what I've been telling you! But yeah. So there was that time. That was her. That was her. That one wasn't me. But she definitely defaced the door and some of my Paul McCartney posters with a Lisa Frank stamp. Don't know what I did to piss her off that day, but I probably deserved it. I can almost guarantee. So, anyway, there was that time. Well, that scope of range of times, I should say. There was the time that I spilled nail polish on the carpet in my old bedroom. Bright red. I was not even a kid that time. I was definitely like 14 fucking years old. Was trying to paint my nails on the edge of my desk. Decided to do my toenails too. And I accidentally kicked over the bottle. I didn't notice right away because I was too busy instant messaging people. And by the time I noticed, like, half the bottle is now on the floor. And I panic. And I try to wipe it up and smear the... I'm so dead, I'm so dead, I'm so dead, I'm so dead. What the fuck do I do? There is now a streak like this long of bright red just smeared across the carpet. What do I do? And in my panic, I try scrubbing it the other way. So now I just have a big red X on the floor that looks like a fucking pirate should be digging there for booty. But like, what? So I'm like, well, we've gotten this far, let's add a couple more spokes to it and make it a star. And just, oh god. Now I'm just looking at it like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? And I just like pick up a book and drop. That's where that book lives now. Nobody moved that book, and nobody has to know. Yeah, it definitely got found out. But by then it was like so caked into the carpet that even like trying to take like nail polish remover to it, like nope. That is just permanently part of that floor and will remain there until they demolish that house. So, cool. Thanks, me. Thanks for that. That was genius thinking on your part, you dumb bitch. But although, is there a way of getting nail polish out of carpet that does not involve cutting out that piece of carpet and replacing it with a new one? If so, let me know, just on the off chance that it should ever happen again. It'd kind of be good info to have on hand. This was before Google was a thing. I couldn't just Google it. So, anyway. So, there was that time. But having gone this far, I was like, well, this bedroom is an epic shit show at this point. Let's make it worse! With more nail polish. So I cleared off my entire desk, which at that point in time did not take much work since it was during that summer that I had my internet taken away. My dad had also taken away the computer monitor, so I couldn't even use what was left of my computer. So I was like, well, pretty much just take the keyboard and mouse pad off of it, and well, let's just take this white nail polish, and I'm going to write all the Beatles' names on my desk in nail polish, and it'll be tactile, and I can run my fingers over them. I don't know, it seemed like a good idea in the time, but then I stopped there. No, then I started putting like Jennifer Lennon, Jennifer McCartney, Jennifer Harrison, Jennifer Starr, just to see how it would look. Also in nail polish. It's very much still on that desk to that day too. Still in that house till it gets demolished. Yeah, you would think I would stop there while I'm frickin' ahead, because at least on the desktop, I know damn well that I'm putting the keyboard and the mouse pad back on there after, and I'm eventually going to get the computer monitor back, probably, hopefully, and this will all be covered and no one will care because no one will see it. Did I stop there? No. I then started in again on the dresser. This poor dresser. I feel bad in hindsight. My mom inherited that dresser. Like, bro, what the fuck, Sal? Why? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Yeah, I definitely did the same thing on there, but at least on that, the top layer of it was white, so doing this in white nail polish on there didn't really show up unless you ran your fingers on it. So it was like, ha, I can do a thing and no one will even notice. Na, 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 na. I felt like I'm a badass, even though, no, not really, you're just a dumbass, but like that. You would think I would stop there. Did I stop there? I did not stop there. No. I then felt the need to start defacing the edge of the shelf behind my bed. Why? I don't know why. And carved into it this time with a ballpoint pen as hard as I could into this wooden shelf, into the front edge of it, Jennifer McCartney. Because apparently that's the one I decided sounded the best, so that's the one I was running with, and that is what I started labeling every school paper with. By the way, I had multiple teachers call me out on it, and I still refused to stop doing it. They're like, yeah, we're not even going to give you credit for this because it's not your name, so if you keep doing that, you're getting a 0. And I'm like, cool, I want to fail anyway because I want to drop out, so go ahead, give me the 0. But I'm writing Jennifer McCartney on there. Yeah, I was very attached to that name by this point. So I carved in Jennifer McCartney on the front of it. And a bunch of little stars, and yin-yangs, and peace signs, and smiley faces all around the perimeter edge of this shelf. Now mind you, not just writing on with the ballpoint pen, but literally carving it in so that even if somebody wanted to try to sand it off and repaint it, you can't, because it's carved in there like this deep. I had issues as a teenager, I swear. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, but like, I'm starting to understand why everyone hated my ass while I was growing up, because yeah, I was an obnoxious little fuck, but like, good God, like, did I stop there? No! No, I did not. My sister had an entertainment center for her TV and her Nintendo 64 and what all else she kept in there. This one did not intentionally mean to be a vandalism, but it turned into a vandalism. For Halloween, I wanted to be Ozzy Osbourne, but I couldn't find a really long brown wig. Now, as you're probably going, Jen, you're naturally a brunette, why didn't you just use your normal fucking hair? Because I had it chopped up to here at the time, so, like, I kind of needed a wig for this. The best I could find on that short a notice, though, was, like, a long witchy wig that was black with, like, white streaks in it. I was like, well, I mean, it's the right style, kind of, but, like, it's not the right color. So I find some of those cans of spray hair dye, right? And I propped it up on the corner of her entertainment center just because it was, like, somewhere to set it down. Now, I didn't think this was going to be an issue. I didn't. I truly didn't. I didn't think I was going to be fucking anything up this time. And I started going to town, spraying every last inch of this frickin' thing. And most of you see where this is going. I didn't see it coming as I was doing it, but anyone with even 2 brain cells to rub together can see where this is going. Clearly, I don't even have 2, but... So, I go to turn it to get the next angle, and then I see it. This just streak of brown that is now coating the corner of her white entertainment center. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, oh fuck. Well, it's okay. This stuff's washable. It'll totally come off, so I'll just keep going. Famous fucking last words. Oh my god. So I keep going. And even with like 3 cans of that stuff, it was not enough to cover that whole wig. And those were the only cans we could find of it in that color anywhere. So pretty much it's like, well, game over. Now you ran out of it. And you don't have the wig in the color you need. And you fucked up your sister's entertainment center. Was it worth it? Oh my god. So I left it there to dry, since I figured, well, it's fucked up anyway. I'm just gonna leave it there to dry. What's the harm? What's the harm? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, that's dry. Take it off of there. And I run my hand across this, and it's like flush with it. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is dry, so it should be washable now, right? So I get like a sponge and some soap, and I try to wash it off, and it is not budging. Not one bit. I'm like, I thought this shit was washable. Why is it not coming off? So I get like some shampoo on a sponge, thinking, okay, maybe it takes shampoo because it's for hair and it washes out a hair, so maybe that'll make it come off. No dice. Okay, starting to freak out at this point. Let's put some Mr. Clean on it. Like, clearly, that will surely take it off. No. Her otherwise lovely entertainment center was forever stained in that corner with just a big blob of poop brown. Good job, self. Good job. Thanks for that. And because I did that, now it's fucked up. And now she decided, well, it's screwed up anyway, so I guess we can redecorate it. Which, apparently she and I were on the same wavelength here of defacement of cool. We'll just draw all the fuck over it. It'll be great. Mind you, we're both teenagers at this point. I'm 17 at this point, and she's 13. Somehow this seemed like a good idea at the time. It shouldn't have been, but it did to us. So we went to town with markers, pens, whatever we could get our hands on, just drew all over that side of it. Just went, fuck it. Found some stickers, threw them on there for good measure too. Why not? Why not? It's already screwed up. Who cares? Again, in hindsight, I'm like, we were terrible children. Mostly me, but like, oh my god. I'm tilting this down a little because my leg is going numb from kneeling like this. Okay, but like, oh my god. It's just, why were we like this? Like, what went so wrong? I mean, I say that, but I'm also thinking, I know what went so wrong in our childhood, but like, bro, why are we like this? So, okay. You would think, clearly, at this point, that must be all. It's not. It's not. Because after we'd, tag teamed, redecorating the side of the entertainment center, we decided to redecorate her TV too. At least we just did that one with stickers, okay? That one was just stickers. Most of them were Pokemon stickers. They were hers to do what she wanted with, and it was her TV. So if she wants to put Pokemon stickers on her TV, that is damn well allowed, because it's her TV and her stickers. If she wants Pokemon TV, she gets Pokemon TV. But I wanted to make a contribution, so I think I put like a daisy on it somewhere. And made it match like my computer monitor that I had gotten back by this point. That I also put a random daisy just in the top middle of, because I don't know why. Because I could. It's like in the exact spot where, like, today on computer monitors for laptops anyway, where you would find, like, the webcam. Yeah, I just, like, stuck a random Lisa Frank daisy there, just boom. Yeah. I mean, at least we stopped at just stickers when it came to the TV, right? But, like, it could have been so much worse. It could have. Count our blessings, right? Right. But, like, oh my god. So you would think that this would be where this story ends. I don't know why I was like this. I had a goose down comforter for my bed with a slip cover that went over it. And for whatever reason, I decided it's too plain. I think I should redecorate it with lipstick. Purple lipstick with accents of metallic red. We all know why this is a terrible idea on every level, right? Like, clearly that shit is coming off on everything. But somehow, in my boredom, in the moment, also quite probably high, but like, just in the moment, seemed like a good idea. I will blame the drugs, but like, just, oh god, this is probably one of the worst ones. I drew like a giant fucking daisy on it in lipstick, because I don't know why. That did not come out. It did not come out. That thing wasn't cheap. Why did I do that? In hindsight, now that kills me because my grandma gave me that. Now my grandma's dead. Now I feel really, really extra bad about it. Like, I felt bad, like, by the next day. But, like, now, in hindsight, I feel, like, really, really extra bad. Because that's one of those things that should have been an heirloom that I kept my whole life. But I fucked it up. Good job, self. Good job, self. Yup. It be like that. I almost forgot the ceiling. Did I leave the ceiling alone? No. Although this one was a complete accident and I was not trying to be destructive, it just worked out that way. So, you know, at the Beatles at Shea Stadium, how Paul takes his bass and lifts it over his head, holding it by the neck. I may have been trying to recreate that at 10 years old with my first acoustic guitar. We had a slanted ceiling. I feel like I've told this story before, but if not, I'm telling it now. We had a slanted ceiling. The windows over here, the wall with the windows here. Other walls over here. My dresser with my boombox on it's over here, on the short side of the ceiling. I'm standing about right here. And as I'm listening to the music, and I decide I'm going to be Paul and Shea Stadium into the fucking ceiling, the whole side of the guitar crumples in on itself, and now there's a hole in the ceiling. What do I do? What do I do? Oh shit. Oh shit. And in my genius thinking, in the moment, I literally just like print out a Beatles picture just from the internet, just a random ass picture, doesn't matter, just has to fill the page. And I fucking climb up on the dresser and I tape it up over the hole. Because nobody has to know, right? And for years, I just like let it chill there and didn't let anybody question it. I was like, I just wanted one there. I mean, it's no different than the ones over my bed. Like, I have a bunch of them over the bed, so I wake up seeing Ringo's face every morning. Like, it's no different. It's just another one. It's another place for me to wallpaper Beatle things. Like, I ran out of room over there, so I just did one over here. I'm gonna eventually cover the whole ceiling over here, too, don't you know? Yeah, so what I didn't bank on was a few years later, my dad had at Christmas time put up like these reindeer on the roof and like drilled them into the roof to hold them there. Yeah, well, when he took them out after Christmas was over, yeah, that means there's holes in the roof now. Guess where it started leaking when it started raining? Right through the picture. However, because of this, I was kind of able to bullshit my way out of it and claim that this was from it leaking, and then it just went. That story worked on my mom. It did not work on my dad. Because he looked at it as like, no, it didn't. I'm like, yeah, it did. It's just like what happened at Nana's house in the kitchen. He's like, no, it didn't. Because you see the edges of the ceiling right there, how they're going up? You did something to make a hole in that ceiling. That's not from leaking. You did that. I'm just like, shit, how did he know? Shit. Because clearly I am not thinking this through at that age, but like, very obvious in hindsight that, oh, yeah, if I had thought this through and was really gonna like try to own it as that, I probably should have gotten up there and like knocked him down some, but boy. So now he's like, so what did you do to make a hole in my ceiling? So remember like 4 years ago when I had that incident with my guitar and I never told you how it happened? Do you want to hear the story of how it happened? Because you see the results of it. Yeah, tell me what happened. So I tell him what happened, and I get screamed at, but ultimately, that's all that happened was I got screamed at, so honestly, that could have gone way the fuck worse, but like, I was expecting so much worse for that, but like, yeah, he went out there, he patched it, it was fine. Like, thank God my dad was a handyman, so like, he was able to repair this, like, no fucking problem. Had I just, like, told him at the time, it would have been so much easier for everyone involved, but like, I had to make it difficult on myself. While he was in there, he also went and like patched up the ones over like the top of the window, which were not from me. That was legit just because of the freaking leaks in the roof. So that one wasn't me. That legit was like actual reality. Showed me the difference between the two of that. Now look at these. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, my bad. Oh god, I suck. But yeah, it's like that. It was also a while before he replaced that guitar, mind you. It was like 4.5 years, and he was very, very reluctant to give me another one. I understand why. I do not blame him. Probably a good call, because, yeah. Does our story end here? No, there's one more. There's one more that I forgot about. I thought I was going to end on the ceiling, but then I remembered one more. God, I suck. So at the foot of my bed, I eventually got my own TV too. And he cut a hole in the wall and like made a built-in like inset into the wall kind of frame dealio to put my TV in, like give me a space for like my video games and shit over there. It was actually like really cool because like my bedroom, the other side of that wall was the garage, so he didn't really care if it like jutted out some into the garage. It didn't bother him any. It's his garage, so whatever. But so he built that. Great. Everything's lovely. I did not try to fuck this one up, mind you. I did not. But while I was watching TV one day, I kind of was like just laying on my bed. I had like my feet propped up on the wall. I was kind of just like bouncing my heel against the wall, not really thinking much about it. And apparently I must have done it a little bit too hard one time. Did not mean to at all, but this is California where we use sheetrock for our walls, so sheetrock is not very sturdy, okay? Heel went through the wall. Oh shit. Like, not very deep into it, but enough to where I was like, oh! Oh, what did I do, what did I do, what did I do? And mind you, there's wallpaper on these walls. So this one isn't just as simple as patch it up and go. If it were, I probably would have just owned up to it. But this one was literally wallpaper, so I was like, there's no fixing that. Oh, fuck balls, what do I do? So what did I do? I hid it the same way I did with the thing on the ceiling. Literally took, like, an album cover that I had 2 of, put it in one of those, like, plastic, like, sleeve covers, and tacked it to the wall, over it. It was Paul McCartney's Press to Play. And it is still down there to this day because I did not want to take it off and show the fact that there was a hole in the wall. And as long as, you know, nobody ever takes it off when they demolish it, nobody has to know that there was a hole in that wall. But, unfortunately, the downside means I lost an album cover and I have just, like, the random album just chilling in, like, the paper sleeve now. Without the cover. I'm sure I could probably find just the cover on its own on eBay, probably, and replace it, but, like, it's about the concept of the matter that, god damn it, self, why are you like this? Fuck! Like, my god, like, oh, I suck. So you guys are probably wondering, okay, if you have this long a history of just, like, fucking up your bedroom, what have you done in this house? Just, child, what have you done? Because I know you've done something. I haven't. In the bedroom. In the bathroom, one of the pipes may have started leaking, and I may have jerry-rigged that shit with duct tape to fix it so I wouldn't have to tell anybody. But that is the extent of anything that has happened in this house. Hey, it has held up for years, okay? So I think it's fine. If it should ever start to leak again, I will add more duct tape. But, nobody has to know. Regardless. I suck so hard, I know. It's one of those things where it's like, you know what? You grow up with parents that are, drug addicts and kind of abusive for being drug addicts. You get to where you're scared of owning up to shit. Just saying. Even if they're long clean of that shit now, that mentality stays with you. So it's hard for me to just, like, admit that, hey, I fucked up this thing, can you help me fix the thing? Like, I have a really, really hard time with that. Like, do we remember in September, the whole thing with the bathroom, with the hair down the drain, to where we had to call in a guy? It had to get so bad to where it was backing up in my sister's bathroom because I didn't want to tell anybody. Even though, again, I didn't do that on purpose. Now I use, like, screens over the drain to, like, really, really make fucking sure that does not happen again now. But, like, yeah, the mentality kind of stays with you. But on the other hand, given a lot of these that I did as a kid, I kind of deserved a lot of their flipping the fuck out on me because, bro, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Like, why? Why did you do that? I don't know. To this day, I don't know. Like, at least the ones in my teens, I can blame on drugs. But, like, the ones before that? What? I have no explanation other than just, I guess I am a garbage trash person. Like, what? Like, I don't know why I did those. But yeah, I kind of have a long-standing history of fucking shit up for no good goddamn reason. I feel like that's a pretty good, just, comparison for my life of just, I tend to screw things up for no good reason. Why? No one knows, myself included, but I am, like, the biggest self-saboteur. Like, for real. Especially with, like, relationships. I am the queen of just setting it up in flames for no good reason. Did anything bad happen? No. But I sabotaged it because, I don't know, scared of commitment. I don't fucking know. I don't know why. I'm apparently like that. Should probably address that in therapy, but actually, now that I say it out loud, yeah, I should really, really address that in therapy. Like, holy crap, why have I not done that? And I'm almost 40 and I've not done that, and it's never occurred to me until just now saying it out loud. See, this is why it's worth it for me to tell these stories, outing myself for all my bad, dirty laundry on YouTube, because then I have these moments of clarity where it's like, hey, that thing I just talked about, that's a thing I should talk about in therapy, for sure. So, yeah, that. So I guess I'll be doing that, now that I've had that moment of clarity, but yeah, anyway. that's it, I think, as far as I know. I don't think I remember others, as far as I know, that I haven't already told somewhere on this channel, so yeah. Have a giggle at my, for no good reason, destructive history as a child. Like I said, my nephew wanted to hear about it, so I guess he gets to hear about it. So anyway, that is it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.